Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So today I've got a very exciting video, part of Doll Talk. We're going to be talking about if G2 is really that bad.
With Draculaura and all your favorite ghouls.
I don't know, well, let's get into the video and take a look. So I feel like the hot topic that everybody talks about when it goes to G2 is the dolls. Are the dolls really that bad? Really depends, because you could argue that most of G2 dolls are obviously budget, as they are stated on the Monster High wiki, which obviously means that they're not going to be as good as like the deluxe dolls. But even as budget dolls compared to G3 and G1, they're pretty poor, you know. Some of them don't have much articulation. Obviously the fashions are printed only on one side most of the time, and obviously the faces, a lot of people don't like the faces from G2. A lot of them are blank, they don't look like they exist, you know what I mean? They don't really have much expression going on, and I totally get that, you know. Like, I get they want to make them cuter because obviously, oh okay, she just died. Obviously we get that they want to be like, you know, a bit more child friendly, even though they were already perfectly fine before, just with a bit of edge, because that's what the toy aisle needed. But you can do it in many different ways, and I feel like G3 answered that perfectly, where obviously G3 is more targeted for slightly younger kids, but also obviously older kids, and well, us collectors aren't really obviously the target audience for G3, but we're one of the biggest consumers of a Generation 3. And that was one of the reasons why G2 came, because they wanted to make it more child friendly from the complaints. Obviously I feel like there's a bigger reason, and that's budget. I feel like Mattel really was obviously suffering from like around 2015 to like 2018 in general with the company, and they really didn't do well because they lost the Disney license. So Barbie was going down, Ever After High, and of course Monster High. So they decided to reboot to save on money. Now, I do actually have some grails part of G2, and that's the, what is it, Scream and Sugar, Nefra and Amanita 2-pack. That literally just came out my memory, I don't know how, but I really love them, I really do. I think they both look so nice. You can see the budget cuts, for example, Amanita's gloves, the painted on, the, you know, like the non-painted on shoes. But I feel like their fashions are really, really serving. I especially love Nefra's. I do feel like there's some other dolls, you know, I like the Casket Ball Venus McFlytrap set. I didn't really like Venus McFlytrap's face, again, because obviously they put her under like the blank stare kind of spell, unfortunately. I feel like other characters were fine though, like for example Nefra, and also ones like Katrine's and Mew. Other dolls I really like is the, I think it's I Heart Fashion Gigi Grant doll. Now, I'm pretty sure she came out a bit later because she's part of the same kind of wave as the original G1 I Heart Fashion wave that came out in around 2014, 2015. But she actually came out in 2016, I believe. It's a bit like the Ghouls Alive, you know, the first wave was Frankie, Claudine, and Spectra, and then the second wave included like Rebecca and Deuce, and I forgot the other character, Torlai. Now, obviously the G2 movies, the animation wasn't too bad, but the storyline I thought was a bit poor for, was it like Welcome to Monster High and Electrified, I think? But apparently the movies didn't do too well, according to some Reddit stories, posts, whatever. And obviously, as we all know, G2 in general just didn't do very well, you know. Mattel didn't really benefit off of G2 at all. They actually lost a lot of money. I'm not surprised because, you know, G2 wasn't what people really wanted. I thought there was a few cute dolls, but like this, no. Are we getting painted on swimsuits? Painted on tops? This is not Monster High babes. This is Landfill anyways. So I think, yeah, it's perfectly valid to kind of like not like G2, especially because of how bad it brought down Monster High. Luckily, obviously, Monster High has improved with Gen 3 being so diva. Love Gen 3. and obviously the Gen 1 reproductions, but G2, I give them their flowers when they deserve it, even though there's not a lot of flowers to give, you know. Anyways, thank you so much guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. See you guys!